On this week's episode, I'm going to take you inside not one, not two, but three of the biggest tech conferences in the world. And you guys are going to come with me and experience life behind the scenes. So if you're ready to go, let's check it out. Hi everybody, Andy Malone, Microsoft MVP. So nice to see you, especially if this is your first visit here. Well, on today's episode, as you can see, I'm in sunny Orlando. I'm currently traveling at the moment. I'm doing 3 technical conferences. So I've just completed NIC in Norway. That's the Nordic Infrastructure Conference. I'm here for Live 360. And of course, tomorrow I shoot up to Chicago for the big one. That's Microsoft Ignite. I'm going to take you guys on a tour. Now, as an IT pro, your skills may be pretty good. You may know the technology, but actually having the experience of attending a conference can be really one of the most rewarding times in your career. So on today's episode, I'm going to take you behind the scenes of these 3 conferences. We're going to be speaking with speakers, with attendees, with vendors, and really give you an idea of what it's like to attend one of these conferences. So where did it all begin for me? Well, of course, like anything, it begins at an airport. So if you're ready to join me for my adventure, let's go. So welcome to Edinburgh Airport for my trip to Oslo today. And well, let's see what happens, shall we? So as you can see, I've arrived at the Oslo Spectrum, and this is where NIC, the first of my 3 technical conferences, is taking place this year. And I want you to come and join me and be part of it. So let's take a look at behind the scenes. So as you can see, I've arrived at NIC, and this is probably one of the first places where you're going to want to hang out. This is where all the swag is, and also where you can come and meet the various vendors here. So I'm going to take a wee walk round. And why don't you join me and see what goodies are on offer?
I now have a number of customers who are no on-prem AD at all. They're completely cloud-based for all of their identity and all of their services.
So I'm back here on the conference floor, and a very good friend of mine and fellow speaker, John Craddock, talking about newbies who've just kind of come to this conference for the first time. Do you think that what's the kind of the value with attending a conference like this?
Well, I think probably one of the real values of attending a conference like this is you realize you're not on your own. You might be working in a company, you might have a very small team. You could be, of course, in a company with a very large team, but suddenly you realize there's a whole world of people out there with exactly the same problems as you.
Yeah.
And they've come to a conference possibly to solve some of their problems. So they come to sessions, they see something they want to see, and then there's always the opportunity of asking questions. But equally well, there's that opportunity to network with peers and actually discover their problems. And you know what I've always felt about IT is we are all in silos solving exactly the same problem.
So I'm here in the speaker lounge, and the speaker lounge is obviously where speakers congregate, right? And it's always nice to bump into people because Peter's been here for many years. He's been speaking in various conferences, Workplace Ninja Summits, and he's been at Microsoft Ignites and all of those. So anybody who's not been at a tech conference before. What do you think they're going to get out of it, Peter?
It's probably a combination of the content, the tech content and the value of that, but also the people here, like meeting fellow-minded people
Yeah, yeah,
from other companies,
yeah.
and share ideas and share feedback, thoughts.
There's just so many benefits. First thing is you meet other people that are doing the same job.
You do?
And you learn the same stuff.
Yep.
You learn from each other.
Yeah, you do.
And there's the sessions, of course.
Yeah.
And there's so much valuable content in there, things that you never heard of sometimes.
Yeah.
Things that you knew of but never knew exactly how they worked.
Exactly.
And people will teach you how it actually can do the job for you.
Absolutely.
I think there's three personas to every event.
Yeah.
There's the, for lack of a better word, there's the noob. So if you're here, or if you're at any conference to gain knowledge, then that's the persona you want to be in. Then there's obviously the speaker.
Sure.
So the guys and gals that will never ever be replaced by AI. And then there's the person in between, and I see people in the first persona, so the attendee persona, move into that. I see speaker personas and organizer personas move into that, and that's the person that is aiming for networking.
Yeah.
So how do I increase my personal network?
Yeah.
How do I make sure I get the answers that I truly need? Because every session is geared towards the entire audience, which for most presentation at this event is about 200, 300 people.
Yeah.
So you're never exactly gonna get the answers you need.
Yeah.
And for that, you need to network.
And of course, one of the big highlights of the night, of course, has to be the party, which everybody loves. So I'm here at Nick. This is the Nick party, as you can probably hear. And I'm here with my very good friend. This is Alex de Jong.
So now, the best reason to go to a tech conference is to learn.
Yeah.
I remember back in, it's probably in the early 2000s, I went to this TechEd event.
Yeah.
The very first time in my life. And the entire world opened in front of me. Because I was just looking at all of these technical sessions, all of the cool speakers. Actually, some of them are here in these today. Scott Snow. Back in 2007, I was learning about Exchange.
Yeah.
Now we have Scott Snow is on this event, still talking about Exchange.
I know.
But
That's insane.
That's insane. But the thing is, I was learning about IT in a way that you don't get to learn in the classroom.
So I'm here with Hasain, my good friend from Sweden. He's a cybersecurity specialist for TrueSec up there, who's been going. How many years TrueSec been going now?
It's actually next year we are 20 years old.
Wow. Okay.
So
long time.
It's been a long time, but it's been fun time.
Long time.
Yeah.
So I'm putting together a little video for new attendees. What is the value of attending a conference like this? Because many people have probably never been to these, especially after COVID and so on. So what do you say?
Well, I would say these are one of few conferences where you actually get to meet the community. I hate the word leader, but the guys who've been there doing things forever and love to share. Well, after a great time in Oslo, Nick, I'm off again on my travels. So this time I'm going to Orlando for Techmentor Live 360 and then on to Microsoft Ignite in Chicago. So why not come with me?
Well, hi there. I've finally arrived in Orlando, and this is the second of my 3 conferences this week. This is Techmentor Live 360. It's an amalgamation of different types of events, including cybersecurity, Visual Studio, IT pros, and so on. And it typically gets around 2,500 attendees, so it's going to be a really nice event, and it's going to be a nice day here in Orlando. Now, one of the most important aspects of a conference is the pre-con. So the pre-con is where you get an entire day of either hands-on labs or deep dive training. So today I'm going to be delivering a pre-con here, and I want you guys to come along with me and check out what it's like to attend the second of these big conferences. We're going to be speaking to lots of different people and getting some interesting feedback. So if you're ready to go, let's move on.
What happens if we introduce that is that, if we implement those type of ideas, is that very, very quickly we see people notice and they give us the most positive feedback that we've ever got.
Okay, so continuing on, I'm chatting with Tommy. Now, Tommy has attended my workshop today. And is this your first Techmentor conference? Have you been before?
This is my second.
Second.
I was here last year.
So what brought you back this year then?
It was really good content. It was very, interactive.
Yeah.
I learned a lot of information that I could take back to my company and implement there.
Okay. So why did you choose this conference over coming to, let's say, some of the other conferences?
Yeah, I like the conferences where you're close to the attendees, and also I like the networking part of it and meeting with everyone. So it's not only me sharing and teaching other people, it's also for me to learn from others. And
okay, so I'm here with Heather. Great to see you again, by the way.
Andy,
really
yes.
nice to see you. You're speaking this week.
I am.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about Copilot in Microsoft 365.
Okay, so this is obviously a really super hot topic at the moment,
Yes.
right? Why Live 360? What makes it special for you?
I love the energy of all of the people that are here, and we have so many different dynamics as far as the industries that they're in, and having all of these conferences in one, I feel like you can find whatever you want, and I think that that's what the attendees like too, is they have such a variety of sessions and speakers.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm here with Julie, who is a first-time attendee. She's my target audience for this. So why did you choose Live 360, Julie?
Our organization is looking at figuring out how AI can help us improve business processes and provide better quality service to our clients.
Okay.
And so we wanted to come here to learn more about AI.
Okay, so I'm here with a great name, The Artist. Great to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you.
Where are you from?
I'm from New York.
Oh, New York. Fantastic city. City that never sleeps. First time here for a Live 360?
Yes.
So what brought you here?
I wanted to learn new skill sets and,
Okay.
And to network with other developers.
Okay, so developer is your kind of focus?
Yes, software development.
And what kind of things are you working on at the moment?
Working on proprietary software, using WPF, UWP, and and kind of branching into web development as well.
Okay, awesome, awesome. So, still in Orlando, I'm very pleased to speak to Sami. Sami is one of the top speakers at all of these conferences, and it's so nice to see him here. How you doing, mate? I've known him many, many years.
Yeah, a long time.
Long time. So you are one of the the chairs for Live 360. What does that kind of entail?
Yeah, I'm a co-chair for two of these kind of sub-conferences that comprise this Live 360. So there's cybersecurity and ransomware live is the other one, and then Techmentor is the other one. Techmentor's been here since the beginning, and cybersecurity is a new one. We did it first time last year.
Okay.
So me and my co-chair Dave Kabula, we are responsible for picking sessions, booking speakers, and then after building the agenda for the week, then during the week our job basically is to make sure that all the speakers can find their rooms and know how the tech works and support everyone.
Oh, I'm here with one of the main organizers of Live 360, Danielle Potts. Nice to see you again.
Hello.
You've been doing this a long time, right?
I have been.
Long time.
About 12 years.
Okay. Why Orlando, and why do you keep coming back? Why is it so successful?
Well, Orlando's great. A lot of people like to come with their families so they can come and get all of their sessions in, all of their learning during the day. Their families can go to the parks. They can stay a little bit longer, come in a little bit earlier. It's an easy spot to get to from most of the country and outside of the country.
Absolutely. It is, absolutely. Now, as a new attendee, so somebody who has never been to Live 360 or in fact any technical event, what makes this one stand out, do you think?
Well, we have 6 co-located conferences, so there's a little bit of something for everybody. So depending on what you're looking for, we have I think 14 different sessions happening during every time slot. So there's something for everybody, ranging in introductory sessions to, all-day workshops and advanced sessions.
Okay. Now, and it's not just Orlando, is it? You've got other events planned, is that right?
We do. So we have our Visual Studio Live standalone conference. We're having one in Las Vegas in March 10th through the 14th in 2025. And we'll also be in San Diego and at the Microsoft campus in Redmond.
There you have it, my time in Orlando for Live 360. What a great event it was. I really hope you enjoyed it. And now I'm going to get on a plane to Microsoft Ignite. Come with me. As you can see, I've arrived in a rather snowy and cold Chicago for the third of my 3 conferences. This, of course, is Microsoft Ignite, by far one of the biggest conferences in the world. This year with over 10,000 attendees. And I'm going to explore it. And I'm going to take you guys with me. Let's go. So, continuing on, I'm here with another fellow MVP, Dan Ray. Hey, great to see you, Dan.
Great to see you.
You're a veteran of these events, aren't you? As a newbie, what's the value of Ignite for me?
I find these in-person events, Andy, to be really helpful to meet people in the community. So I met you while I was still at Microsoft full-time.
Yeah.
You were doing a workshop. And that type of opportunity may come through employment. Yeah. This can come through your employer, or it can be something that you do as a community member.
So I've managed to track down a very good friend of mine, longtime MVP colleague, Vladimir Meloski. Great to see you, man.
Good to see you. That's
a hell of a handshake you got there. New to Ignite. What's the benefit of coming to Microsoft Ignite, do you think, for some of these new attendees?
Yeah, I would definitely recommend everybody who's new at Ignite to get much of it with networking. So meet a lot of people, meet Microsoft experts, meet Microsoft employees, talk to them about different technologies you are interested in, and go to the partner booth, see what products do they have. So that is networking, and the new relationships and new contacts are something which is the best value for me.
Okay, so you are working here this week. You're going to be.
Yes.
You've had some good conversations with people?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. I've met many people from Microsoft, many people from partner companies, attendees, and so on. So really great contacts with it. Yeah.
Fantastic. Hey, well, listen, I really appreciate you, and
my
have
pleasure.
a fantastic conference.
Thank you very much. You too.
Cheers.
Thank
Cheers.
you.
Thanks. So I'm here with Bill, who is a fellow MCT. Right?
Yes.
Where are you from, Bill?
I'm here from Chicago.
Oh, this is your town?
Yes.
Thanks for the weather, by the way. Oh. It's beautiful. Okay.
Well, we'd like to have some snow once in a while for our guests.
So, what are you doing here? Also, what are the highlights that you've seen this week?
So obviously a lot of things about Copilot. I know I need to learn more about Copilot. It's fascinating to me. So all my sessions that I've gone to have been about Copilot, so that's been wonderful.
Okay.
And I'm here to basically meet people, see old friends, and learn what I can.
So I'm back on the show floor with Jason Kitka from Automox. Where are you from, Jason, by the way?
I'm from originally from Indiana, but I live in Maryland these days.
Oh, okay. It's good. That nice place. I've been up there.
Yeah.
My sister used to live there, actually.
Oh, awesome.
So, as a newbie attending a conference like this, what are the values of speaking to vendors like yourselves?
I think it's a chance to see some, software that maybe you haven't even seen before, learn some new concepts, get a broader idea of where the industry as a whole is headed, and so that can allow you, from a basic level, just bringing new ideas back to your organization, all the way up to hopefully seeing something that you like and maybe switching out something in your tech stack.
Sure. And Microsoft, why Microsoft Ignite? I mean, how does it compare with some of the other conferences out there?
Microsoft Ignite is, it's truly a world-class conference. People from all over the world come here, and it's, a lot of cutting-edge, innovative tech. It's, an exciting and enthusiastic crowd, and really, a lot of top-tier vendors are here, and so this is one of our cornerstone conferences, and I love coming every time.
So I'm here with a very good friend of mine. He's the boss at eNow, right? It's nice to see you.
I am the
You're the
janitor, the cook,
You're the man.
whatever it calls for.
Okay. This company has actually got a really interesting story, right? Just give us a quick rundown about eNow and
I
what
started
you do.
my career as an MCSE in 1995.
Okay.
I traveled the world doing exchange and AD, absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
Started a consulting company, built a solution for not commercial use, but for our consultants to better understand the environments we were going to go into.
Yeah.
Customers wanted us to sell it. I said no, I didn't want to code. And then I had a nice talk with an older gentleman who told me I was stupid.
Absolutely.
So we turned it into software. It went viral.
And now you're making crap loads of money, right? So.
It's not about the money. I'm blessed. I think we're all blessed.
Yeah.
But I think the headline is I have a passion because I've been a messaging director. I've been an administrator. I've supported technology.
Yeah.
I have a passion for making the complex simple and making IT professionals' lives easier.
First time at Ignite, or have you been here before?
First time Ignite.
Okay.
Yeah.
So why did you choose this conference over others?
Well, I needed to get out. New with an organization, and so I wanted to be able to kind of see what's out there, and Ignite was the first thing that came to mind from an IT perspective to come and actually participate and see what's out there.
So it's almost the last day of Microsoft Ignite, and look who I bumped into, my good friend Jeremy Chapman.
It happens. Good to see you,
Great
Andy.
to see you, man.
Yes.
Great to see you. So how has Ignite been for you?
Oh, it's been a great week. I got to say, we did 7 different mechanics videos that we published on Tuesday. The highlight for me has been Windows 365 Link.
Oh yeah, I saw
because
that. Yeah.
we met, I think, when I was on the Windows team, and so that's something that people have been asking for decades, like this ability to have a small footprint of Windows booting straight into a cloud PC effectively. So that's been pretty awesome to watch.
Cool. That's cool.
And so, yeah.
I was going to say that this little video that I'm producing now is actually covering 3 tech conferences.
Oh wow!
So I'm doing 3 tech conferences in a week.
Yep.
So kind of for those folks out there who have never been to a tech conference. Obviously, as an IT pro, you can learn this stuff. You can do the certification exams. What's the kind of the benefit of coming to something like this?
Well, the main thing is just the networking, like seeing people that you know, getting basically FaceTime, question time with the people that really know the topic.
Yeah.
And just getting that is kind of priceless, I would say. And then I have a lot of respect for people because it takes a lot of gumption to ask your manager, can I go here? Getting the travel, getting the time released, all those things. So my personal thing is if I'm going to present with an audience like this, these are my people. I'm going to put on a show. I'm going to make sure they learn. I'm going to make sure that they're entertained. And that's what it's really all about for me.
Absolutely.
I learned that all from Mark Rusinovich, I think, too, in terms of these people are, they're paying a lot to get here. So all of these are super serious, topics, and people that are coming here are the best of the best in terms of wanting to learn, wanting access, wanting kind of the earliest word on any of our technology, and really getting deep into maybe the questions they have, whether it's about Microsoft 365 or AI or Copilot or what's coming, what's in Azure, what's in the data and AI tools. All of that's here this week. So, and all the people are here this week that kind of can answer those deeper 400 level questions.
Yeah, I was going to say actually, because I mean, just behind it, this is like the product booths. This is a huge area and a great opportunity where folks can come and they can actually speak to Microsoft product teams and the people that actually make this stuff.
Yeah.
And ultimately they can influence, with ideas and so on.
Totally. I've been hanging out with the PMs from the Windows 365 Link team because that's kind of one of the hot, properties of the week. But just learning, because I'm so close to like the whole boot process and what's in like Moo and Eufy and all of that.
You just want to know how it works.
I just want to know everything about how it works. Like to know, because I'll get the questions. Like literally, our video on mechanics is at 80,000 views in 2 days.
Wow.
And I've got like 400 comments or something, and some of them are going deep. And a lot of people are like kind of struggling to understand like what it is and how it works, because it's if you're coming from a consumer kind of mindset, you look at other types of form factors of devices and it looks kind of similar but not quite. But some of the questions are really deep and like, okay, what do I have in terms of UV controls? Can I turn off USB ports? Can I do these things if I'm in a high security environment? And so those are the kind of questions I'm asking the PMs. And I don't even have access to them like when I'm at home in Redmond, because everyone's busy. Like at least when you're here, you can go to a booth, you can ask the question, you can probably meet the person that designed it or 1 degree of separation from them.
Absolutely.
You just don't get that access anywhere, even as a Microsoft employee.
Yeah. Of course, there's socializing as well.
Yes.
So it's a huge tradition.
Yeah.
Generally on a Thursday is the Ignite party.
Right.
So I think it looks like it's going to be a good one this year.
I think we're at the Navy Pier this year. So
I think so.
And even though it's been snowing, it's proper Chicago weather that we have. We're going to be there.
Yeah.
And a lot of it's indoors. Of course, we made the contingency plan, so it's not all outdoor because it's nice and snowy and blizzardy.
Yeah.
So we'll see you there as well.
Absolutely. Hey, listen, man.
Yeah.
Really appreciate it.
Definitely.
And, have a great conference. So there you have it from Microsoft Ignite, the last of my 3 tech conferences. So we've seen Nick in Oslo, we've seen Live 360 in Orlando, and a rather snowy and chilly day here in Chicago for Microsoft Ignite. What a fantastic 3 events. I really do hope that you've enjoyed this and it's given you a sense of what it's like to attend one of these big tech conferences. And as an IT pro, if you're looking to kind of move forward in your career, as you can pass exams, you can learn all the content, but a lot of it is community and really getting out there and meeting folks is important. Hey, listen, if you enjoyed this episode, give me a big thumbs up. It really does make a difference. And if you've not subscribed, you know what to do. Get the details down below. Okay, that's it for this time. I appreciate it. You stay safe. Hey, thanks so much for dropping by today. Here's a couple of videos that you may enjoy, and while you're here, go ahead, click on the subscribe button and you won't miss out.